Good day, viewers. I'm cutting a 44 tooth gear here, and I found that I can use my shorter arbor and the tailstock live center. With the version 2 gear cutter, I have enough room that I can get the live center in there to cut a gear. And I've found that it's helping quite a bit with vibration and chatter. I'm just going to take you along for a pass here. And we'll start the lathe up. I don't know how this is going to play out on camera. As far as the noise goes, it may still sound like it's chattering quite a bit. But I find listening to it live here that it's quite a bit less noisy and quite a bit less chatter than I was getting. I don't know what this sounds like on camera, but basically it's very quiet in person. Little bit of noise there as the cutter emerges out the back side here. And there we're pretty much to the end of the cut. So we'll bring her back out. Getting decent looking teeth. 48 tooth gear that I did cut with the other arbor, I was noticing it has little grooves at the bottom of the valley. Still a serviceable gear, I'm pretty sure it'll work fine, but little grooves or ridges are being formed there. Yeah, right there you should be able to see where I'm talking the grooves are. And that was using the longer arbor, which is why I tried it this way. Seems to be working out good. We'll see what the 44 tooth gear looks like at the end. Okay, this one here is the 44 tooth gear that I cut with the arbor, the short arbor supported by the tailstock. Did a really nice job. This one is the 48 tooth gear that I cut before it, and it has little grooves or ridges right at the bottom of the tooth. Won't hurt anything, I don't think. But I'm thinking that the longer arbor just doesn't quite support it as nicely. Anyhow, just thought I'd show you that. Hello viewers. This time we're cutting a 24 tooth gear, and I swapped out the original
shaft I made for the gear cutting attachment version 2 to one that's slightly longer. Basically, it gives me this much distance between the collar and the gear that I'm cutting, the gear blank, and it seems to be working out quite nicely for clearance. And basically I've also learned that I can now use my live center to engage with the short arbor. So that cuts down the chatter quite a bit. I'm just going to start the lathe up here and do a pass. Of course, it helps if you engage the back gears. There we go. Give things a little go-go juice. And we're still feeding in at 43% here. Tailstock and the live center reduces the chatter a bit, so I'm going to keep doing that. I think I still got to cut one more 24 tooth gear and a 20 tooth gear. I'll also move the version 2 gear cutting attachment out away from the cutter a little bit more than I did have it set at, and this gives me lots of clearance between the cutter and the actual milling attachment. I'm not getting a lot of chatter, and it feeds in fairly well with very little bounce or vibration. The other thing I'm doing is, instead of using marks on the cross slide, I've put a mark up top, which I'll show you in a minute here. We're getting close to the end of the pass, but as you can see, there's still a bit of clearance there between the cutter and basically right there is the mark that I'm using, and now I can feed the cross slide back out at 100%, and I made the full pass on the gear blank. And the other place I'll stop, it'll be about halfway on the screw here. This does extend the cross slide a little bit more this way than I'd like it, but it's kind of a compromise between having this set so that things clear when the cutter is cutting the last of the gear blank, and being able to engage it at the initial. So that's where I'm going to stop it. And that's basically one pass. And this is a 32 tooth gear that I cut yesterday using the other shaft, of course, but it had the arbor, the short arbor engaged with the tailstock and the live center. Did a pretty nice job. I filed the edges of this gear, but I have yet to actually wire brush it to get it nice and cleaned up, but it looks good. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Have a great day.